His huge buddies chewed up my photo. I wanted to pulverize them, but I was under strict orders from Chiron never to take my anger out on regular mortars, no matter how obnoxious they were. I had to save my fighting for monsters. Still, part of me thought, if Sloane only knew who I really was. The bell rang. As Tyson and I were leaving class, a girl's voice whispered, "Percy." I looked around the locker area, but nobody was paying me any attention. Like any girl at Merriweather would ever be caught dead calling my name. Before I had time to consider whether or not I'd been imagining things, a crowd of kids rushed from the gym, carrying Tyson and me along with them. It was time for PE. Our coach had promised us a free-for-all dodgeball game, and Matt Sloane had promised to kill me. The gym uniforms at Merriweather were sky blue and tie-dyed t-shirts. Fortunately, we did most of our athletic stuff inside, so we didn't have to jog through Tabisco looking like a bunch of boot-ridden hippie children. I changed as quickly as I could in the locker room, because I didn't want to deal with Sloane. I was about to leave when Tyson called, "Percy?" He hadn't changed yet. He was standing by the weight room door, clutching at his gym clothes. "Will you, Oh, yeah." I tried not to sound aggravated with it. "Yeah, sure, man." Tyson ducked inside the weight room. I stood guard outside the door while he changed. It felt kind of awkward doing this, but he asked me for most days. I think it's because he's completely hairy and he's got weird scars on his back that I've never had the courage to ask him about. Anyway, I'd learned the hard way that if people teased Tyson while he was dressing out, he'd get upset and start ripping off doors of the lockers. When we got into the gym, Coach Newley was sitting at his little desk reading Sports Illustrated. Newley was about 1,000,000 years old, with bifocals and no teeth and a greasy wave of gray hair. He reminded me of the Oracle at Camp Half-Blood, which was a shriveled up mummy. Except Coach Newley moved a lot less, and he never billowed out green smoke. Well, at least not that I observed. Matt Sloane said, "Coach, can I be captain?" "Hey?" Coach Newley looked around from his magazine. Yeah. Sloane grinned and took charge of the picking. He made me the other team's captain. But it didn't matter who I picked, because all the jocks and popular kids moved over to Sloane's side. So did the big group of visitors. On my side, I had Tyson, Corey Baylor, the computer geek, Raj Mandalez, the calculus whiz, and a half-dozen other kids who always got harassed by Sloane and his gang. Normally, I would have been okay with just Tyson. He was worth half a team all by himself. But the visitors on Sloane's team were almost as tall and as strong-looking as Tyson, and there were 6 of them. Matt Sloane spilled a cage of balls in the middle of the gym. "Scared," Tyson mumbled. "Smell funny." I looked at him. "What smells funny?" Because I didn't figure he was talking about himself. "Them," Tyson pointed at Sloane's new friends. "Smell funny." The visitors were cracking their knuckles, eyeing us like it was slaughter time. I couldn't help but wondering where they were from. Someplace where they fed kids raw meat and beat them with sticks, I guessed. Sloane blew on the coach's whistle and the game began. Sloane's team ran for the center line. On my side, Raj Mandalay yelled something, "Er-do-do!" Probably I have to go potty. And then he ran for the exit. Corey Baylor tried to crawl behind the wall mat and hide. The rest of my team did their best to cower in fear and not look like targets. "Tyson," I said, "let's go." A ball slammed into my gut. I sat down hard in the middle of the gym room floor. The other team exploded in laughter. My eyesight went fuzzy. I felt like I'd just gotten a Heimlich maneuver from a gorilla. I couldn't believe anybody could throw the ball that hard. Tyson yelled, "Percy, duck!" I rolled around as another dodgeball whisked past my ear in speed of sound. Boom! It hit the wall mat, and Curry Baylor yelped. "Hey!" I looked up. "Hey, yourself!" I yelled at Sloane's team. "You could kill somebody!" A visitor named Joe Bob grinned at me evilly. Somehow, he looked a lot bigger now, even taller than Tyson. His biceps bulged beneath his t-shirt. "I hope so, Percy Jackson. I hope so." The way he said my name sent a chill down my back. Nobody called me Perseus except for those who knew my true identity. Friends and enemies. What had Tyson said? "They smell funny." Monsters. All around Matt Sloane, the visitors were growing in size. They were no longer kids. They were 8-foot-tall giants with wild eyes, pointy teeth, and hairy arms tattooed with snakes and hula women and Valentine hearts. Matt Sloane dropped the ball. "Whoa! You're not from Detroit, who—" The other kids on his team started screaming and backing towards the exit, but the giant named Marrowsucker threw a ball with deadly accuracy. It streaked past Raj Mandalay just as he was about to leave and hit the door, slamming it shut like magic. Raj and some of the other kids banged on it desperately, but it wouldn't budge.